The most viral story over the weekend here, and that is this crazy ass woman who like everybody has seen this over the. Did everyone see this over the weekend?
Seen it. I made a video about it.
Mitsu?
My God, this woman.
Yes, this woman. Okay, so here's what happened. Base home run at a Phillies game. You see the ball coming down, hits right in front. We've all kind of seen this happen. This dad runs over from over the side, gets the ball. Yoink. Hand goes back, gives it to his son.
I deserve that ball. I need it.
So she, like, man, this lady gets up in his face over here going crazy. So she literally takes the ball out of the boy's hand and gets it, which is just fucking pathetic to say the least.
Here's the father hands it over.
Yeah, here's the dad once again. Yeah,
well, he was trying to de-escalate the situation. He's got his kids
he was,
there.
like,
Everyone's like,
"I'd
punch her in the face," but he's got his family there and shit. You know,
he just wanted to like get her away from him.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Well, she certainly didn't. She didn't help the situation, as she later is she's over here. You can tell by her white hair and everything, and she getting
must
booed.
be a lesbian.
yeah. That whole section was booing her, yelling at her the entire game. That's great.
Look
Look
at
at
how,
she's like running around confronting people, making fun of her.
yeah, how like she gets right up in his
right
face.
in his face, yeah.
Like that's
So
somebody who has
rude.
never had any repercussions ever in her life, who's been handed everything, who is the peak privilege here. Unbelievable. And then she's, oh, well, fuck you guys. Look at me. They're like, boo, busting out her middle finger, letting everybody know how great she is. I got the ball. Look at me. It's my ball.
I guarantee you, in her yard, she has "Love is Love" signs, and probably a Ukraine flag, all that shit. All the
Love, laugh, live, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. What a fucking beatdown. She's what a pain in the ass. She quickly became like enemy number one over the weekend, just from being such a crazy bitch. And I saw this, and as I was thinking, like, what a great metaphor for society, right? You got this dad over here hugging his son, and then you got this crazy ass Karen walking up, interjecting, telling how she's the victim in this situation. You're wrong. And then the dad gets hands the ball over. It's what a wonderful metaphor. And man, y'all are probably right. They said that they did find this lady online.
No, they didn't. Not yet. There was somebody else,
Okay.
and she came out and said that it's not her. I guess it got debunked.
Can you imagine being that poor lady that isn't, this woman? Be like, it's not me, leave me alone. And just gain like a whole bunch of hatred and everything.
They're going to find her eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't underestimate the power of
Oh, no, I'm definitely not.
autism.
I just feel bad for the ones who are like being, it's you. It's no, man, not me.
Well, I posted this. There's a lot of like back and forth about this, including from you, Phoenix.
Yep.
You were, your thoughts, it kind of goes into this poll here. I said, who's worse in the crazy Philly baseball situation? The Karen who confronted or the dad who gave the ball? And, you see 3 out of 4 people think it was the Karen, but Phoenix, you are in the 25% that thinks that the dad is in the wrong here.
In the wrong is, I wouldn't put it in the wrong. It's Mally, wonderful Mally Mouse. She actually commented, and I agree with her. She basically said something to the effect of, shame her, mock him. And that's kind of where I'm at as far as, look, clearly the Karen is the annoying bitch in this whole situation. There's no question. But what concerns me is that it's the state of where men are when that woman approaching him, that he does this, lets go of his son. Right. That's how you react when someone surprises you. Your hands shake like this, and then you just hand over the ball. You're like, well, you're the problem here. I'm going to give you what you came here and asked for. Like, I think people need to stand up for themselves a little bit more. I think you can kind of look at what's been going on. It's just that anytime there's a problem, we just give in. I'm not saying hurt the person. I'm not saying be physical, but certainly stand your ground. And a tougher man, again, not physical, would have absolutely held on to that ball until security came. You stand your ground. So I think they're both.
What if that causes her to attack his kids or something? And she totally looks like the type that would get violent.
I think if you're going to attack the kid, you stand in front, instead of letting go of the child, I think you push the kid to your side, you confront her very peacefully and just say, you need to leave right now. And maybe you ask someone, hey, can you call security while but you need to stand your ground. If you keep giving in, then you're constantly eroding. You're letting
what
them
I'm
win
saying,
every
though,
time.
is some stupid baseball worth this crazy bitch potentially attacking your family?
But then you can make that about everything and then just give up. Because is this worth it? Is this word worth it?
I mean, he won out in the end. He got a signed baseball from that guy and got to spend time with that guy who hit the home run. I mean, that's the most valuable thing there is that guy's time.
And would he have gotten that if he had fought back?
Yeah.
Because if he had fought back, everybody would have seen that. And it's very possible that when you do something physical, or at least like when you open the door to physicality, that changes the calculus completely. So I could see there's definitely an argument to be made he should have put it in his pocket and held it from Karen or Rama because nobody wants to deal with that shit. But at the same time, people know the larger calculus. I'm glad this discussion's even existing because we wouldn't have had it all. We would have been like, he just gives the ball, just make her go away, just do that stuff. But it feels like things are finally shifting where now people are getting more comfortable saying no. People are feeling more comfortable standing their ground. And I think this wouldn't happen now, but I think this will inspire dads in the future to stand their ground for their kids in a visible way, because now they're not so afraid that if they do, the situation will be misinterpreted because people will they're booing the right person. The Karen was in the wrong. And that is because the court of social justice has shifted significantly for where people are finally waking up again and saying, okay, this is the person that's the problem. Let's boo them.
That's a good point.
Instead of, yeah. So.
You're muted, by the way, Craig.
Phoenix, you're talking about this reaction right here. Go pull up my screen real quick. You can kind of see this is from the outside. She runs over, and you're talking about him kind of pulling his hands back here. And this is where I think a lot of people they look at it and they say, "Oh, beta," right? And you can kind of see his whoa, kind of that thing. And the reality is that
he's now let if you're talking about protection, he's now let his guard down from his son. His hands are up like this. The kid, look at the kid. The kid's. He's fine. He's in fight mode. Again, I'm not saying physical, but he seems fine. It's the dad who's a train wreck over this now. All I'm saying is, again, I'm not saying that he should have done anything physical. Obviously not. All you need to do is just stand in front of her. You push your kid behind you. You put your hands behind your back like a wall and just say, ma'am, you can get security if you'd like, but I need you to please just step away a little bit. That's all you're doing. You stand your ground as everyone boos her. And then two things were achieved. She becomes the villain, and you didn't let this person just come in and gain ground. She didn't deserve that ground. So don't give it to her just because she complains, because if that's how you feel, then escalate that to everything else that you ever believe in. And if someone just complains enough or is just irritating enough that you hand it over to them, nah, no thanks, not for me.
She's lucky she didn't get punched.
Right, which is what I'm saying shouldn't happen.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's actually hear from the dad. Did you guys see this video?
Pieces of it, yeah.
Okay, let's see what the dad had to say.
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways.
Sure. Yeah, he wasn't gonna take it, but we did. I gave it a ball. I apologize to you, but it was the right thing. We just wanted her to go away.
Yeah.
And it worked out. You got a bat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Dad, do you have any regrets giving the ball back?
Yeah, like I said, it's, that was
you just based off of how he's reacting here, it looks like he's having the same conversation in his head as we are having right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Is what we were there for. We were there to get a home run ball. So I thought I had accomplished this great thing, and putting in his glove meant a lot. And
Yo, it's his birthday, by the way.
The kid's birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so adamant and loud and yelling and persistent, and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. You know, there was hundreds of people, you know, just staring, and like I said, she was very, very, very close, and I'm dad of the family, so I didn't want to do something I regret, and
You didn't need to.
I made is to just hand the ball back and tell her go away.
Which, ultimately proved to be the right decision here. He says something here, and I think this is this is the hope from people like this.
And she was just so adamant and loud and yelling and persistent, and
They this is me. I'm so loud. I'm right. You're wrong. Blah, 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 blah. And that's what won over in this situation. He's like, fine, just fuck. Like, in the span of 4 seconds, she beat him down so much that he gave up the ball, Yeah. But you can see in this situation here that he is definitely, he's having that same conversation. Like, from a man standpoint, what's more masculine, stepping in front, doing the Phoenix route, or having restraint and giving the ball and saying, like, look, it's not worth it. Fuck her. It's not worth it. What's more masculine in this situation? And I think depending on the man that you talk to, you'll get a different answer,
Real fast, I would just say real quick, and I don't mean to kind of elevate it to this, but how many times have we seen a company, to insert whatever company, you go, I wish you had the balls to stand your ground, but they're going, hey, look, there's enough voices that are loud enough that I don't want the litigation, just make her have blue hair and her name, it's pronouns, and it's like, it'll just be easier that way. And every time you do that, you're culturally eroding everything. So you need, my point in this is that, look, again, clearly she's in the wrong from, there's no question, but I'm tired of watching in this particular situation. I'm sick and tired. I'm wondering where men went that would just, again, not do anything harmful, but just stand your ground for God's sakes. Alabama man would have, no question, he would have just stood there and, lady, you need to get the fuck out of here. Like, you would have, you can do things without being physical.
Sure. Well, and this, I see a lot of people in the chat saying he was hiding behind his son. And when you go back and you look at this, I wouldn't say he's hiding behind. I understand what they're saying just based off this, because he steps away.
And the kid's moving forward.
Right. Yeah. Because he steps away like most people would. If you're hit, you naturally, he went up like this, now like that.
Yeah,
but he in doing so, he stepped away and his kid moves forward. Or at least his kid stays the same. So it looks like he's stepping away, right? And his kid is like this, what the fuck, old lady? Look on his face, So, yeah, man. Well, she has been memed out to hell. You mentioned that the boy got all sorts of, he got a bat and he got tickets to games and stuff and signed. So he ultimately was the winner in the situation. This lady is the loser in the court of every single public opinion. And she's been memed out to hell. Got a garbage pail kid already.
Somebody contacted them and offered them World Series tickets, some shit.
Yeah, good. Good.
Now that kid's going to the World Series.
We have this is a popular meme last year. She's already become a Halloween Halloween outfit, which is great. And then Blabs' most favorite one over here.
Obviously, yes, this is the best one.
We have this one here where. My precious. Who says AI can't do wonderful things over here?
I have to agree.
That's great. So yes, she truly is the psycho witch. Have we ever
Worth it.
Have we seen somebody lose in the court of public opinion so quickly, so fast, and also be so stereotypical when it comes to the way she acted?
I would say in the last few months, there's been 2 cases. There's been the Coldplay couple.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's been also that other CEO. Didn't he do something very similar? The one in Poland or whatever it was?
That was last week.
Oh, at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
There's
very
a
similar
clear
case.
villain, that guy.
The
Yeah.
tennis ball, yeah.
You know, here's can I have the unpopular opinion about that asshole, right? Well, yes, he did take that cap or whatever it is he took away from that kid, which is a total fucking douche move, and he shouldn't have done it. But his response, he did not bend the knee. He certainly did not. And
Toxic positivity.
he did have some. I commend him for that, and I also commend. He said something like, "Hey, life's hard. It's something like you need to go out. If you see an opportunity, you got to take it." And I'm like, well,
What a
you know.
CEO. What a CEO statement.
Right. Yeah, it's like, okay, kind of an asshole, but also life sucks, then you die, right? So, your mom told me you should hit the subscribe button. You don't want to disappoint mom, do you?